Mike McCaul, Republican out of Texas, top-ranking Republican, House Foreign Affairs Committee with me now. How are you, sir? I know you just got back from the area. You made a trip to the Ukrainian-Polish border with officials, including Secretary Blinken and Ukrainian refugees. Have a picture on the screen to show that now. What did you learn?
The humanitarian crisis is astounding. It's almost nostalgic to World War II as we were on the Poland-Ukrainian border. Looking at these little children and women and their husbands and fathers have to stay in country to fight the war, and they may be orphans, and you know, it's just, the whole thing was really sad. But we learned a lot about what we can do to help the Ukrainians defend themselves and fight against the Russians. We need more lethal aid going in. We're voting on a package today of $3 billion of lethal aid that we can bring in there. I visited with the 82nd Airborne. That's basically the pipeline from Poland into Ukraine, where we're bringing those weapons in. We're currently bringing Stingers. We're bringing Javelins in, that's anti-tank, and a lot of munitions. But what they need now are the air defenses, and that's what the leaders called upon us to give them. They need the drones that are very lethal, you know, and they need air defenses. These MiGs should have been brought in a long time ago. The plan was to have the pilots evacuate, go to Poland, and then fly into Ukraine. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. And then finally, they need surface-to-air missiles because the next wave is going to be coming from the air. And in fact, that maternity hospital was taken out by the Russian Air Force. These are crimes against humanity. They violate the Geneva Convention. And I would argue Putin is a war criminal.
Well, the drones come from Turkey. They're called TB2s. They had them. I assume they still do. Are they out of supply? Yeah. Or why would they not be flying?
You know, we had dinner with the Turkish ambassador yesterday. We're bringing them in now. We should have brought these in a long time ago, quite frankly, Bill.
Just now?
Well, they're coming in. They do have them in country, but they need a lot more. And we had that conversation that we need to get more of these in country. You know, I've been a critic that we should have been doing this months ago, so we wouldn't be caught in this position of a desperation at the last minute. This convoy that's north of Kyiv is going to go in and circle the city in a ring of steel, and it's going to get very ugly. We've had 2 million refugees in just a matter of 10 days. One of the grossest humanitarian violations I've probably seen in my lifetime.
Wow, that's quite a statement. What's the problem with the MiGs? Do they have to go to Germany first? Can't NATO or the Poles or the U.S. be more creative and find a faster way?
The original plan when I was there, we talked about this, was to have Ukrainian pilots go into Poland, right across the border, and then fly them into Ukraine. That would have been very simple. As I understand, the administration is divided over whether this is a smart idea, but President Zelensky has asked for this, and I think he's earned it. I think we should honor his request and get the MiGs in country so that they can go to that convoy and destroy it before the convoy comes to Kyiv.
But it would appear that someone is afraid of something. Who is it?
Provocation. I think there are some. You know, the DOD and State Department have differences on this, and I think provocation is one of the concerns, that somehow that's going to trigger a worldwide conflict, and I appreciate that. But, you know, it's not like Putin's going to invoke Article 5 here. And the fact is, I think they could be very effective, and it could have been more simply done. I think out of Germany, it makes it far more difficult.
Michael McCaul, welcome back. Nice to have you on today. We'll speak again very soon. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you, Bill.
Moments away from the Pentagon briefing. Maybe we get some